Creating a ping system in Unreal Engine 5.6 is actually not that hard, and I'm going to show you how to do that today. Ping systems have become a regular occurrence in a lot of video games these days. It helps you communicate with your team, helps you keep track of things on the map or in the world so that you can get through the game easier. So in today's Unreal Engine 5.6 video, we will be learning how to do a ping system. We will be making the UI for the ping system, and then we'll be setting up the controls and all the actors in regards to getting the ping system fully functional. This will be done completely from scratch from the arena shooter variant inside of the first-person shooter template. And as always, the project files will be available for coffee members if you guys want to do that. Welcome back to the channel. My name's Taken Grace, and I make Unreal Engine tutorials just like this. So if you want to become a better game dev with me, please subscribe to the channel, join the community, and let's get started on our ping system. All right, let's get started on this ping system. So we're gonna make a new project in the first person in Unreal Engine 5.6, and we'll make sure that the variant is the arena shooter. This will be available for coffee members, the project files. If you guys are interested in that, check out my coffee page. All right, so here we are inside of Unreal Engine 5.6's first-person shooter arena variant. So just to give you a preview what we're doing here, so the first thing we're gonna do is obviously make the ping UI itself. It won't take too long. Afterwards, we need to make a ping actor so that we can spawn and move in the world every time we ping somewhere. Then we're gonna add a bit of data into the existing stuff inside this template already. So let's get started here. So let's get into our UI folder here. So it's in our variant shooter UI, and then we're going to just let's make a new folder first, call it assets. I do have free assets for you guys. Why don't we just do those now? So we'll get those out of the way. So here, open your assets folder, and in the description down below is a Google Drive link. And in the Google Drive link, I gave you guys 3 weapons, the grenade launcher, an AR, and a Glock. Know what that means now, being a Canadian. Anyways, yeah, so I gave you guys those 3 there. Then I also give you guys a red alert and a red enemy icon. We'll call it a quest icon, but we're gonna use it to mark objects. And then just a regular old white marker. So those are the ones I'm giving you guys for free. If you guys want access to more, available on my coffee page for members. So we're gonna highlight all these, right click, and we're going to go to edit selection and property matrix. For those who are new to my channel, I do this every single time. This is really good to do to just optimize it. So you can see compression settings are a mixed bag, and then all of them are set to world settings, and that's incorrect. We want compression settings to be user interface 2D. And then the texture group we want to be UI. That's how it's going to render it, as a UI texture group. Okay, so we'll hit save. That's all done, and then you'll notice when we actually open those, they're actually transparent now, and they'll look a lot better. So okay, back in UI, let's make a new user interface widget blueprint. Okay, we'll just call it UI underscore ping marker. Okay, let's open that up. All right, inside the UI editor. Get started here. We are going to get a vertical box because we need something that we can parent everything else to, something that can have multiple children, just like a vertical box can. Next, we're gonna have a size box next, followed by a scale box, followed by an image. And we'll rename image to just marker image, I guess. Okay, make sure that's a variable. And one last thing, we're gonna add some text. And we'll add that to the vertical box so it's not parented to any of this stuff. Okay, let's go up here and set desired on screen. All right, so starting with the scale box, we'll make sure that the width override, we'll put it at 240 and 100. And that's just because we have the weapons, and the weapons are going to take up a lot of this space, but we don't want them to get stretched or distorted. As long as we keep this on center, then it's going to be good. And then in terms of like the markers and other images, the scale box, we're going to scale to fit, and we'll keep it centered. And the marker image, let's just put in a one of the markers here. We'll just type in marker, and we'll get the white map marker. Looks pretty good. And we'll do the quest one here, see what it looks like. Looks pretty good. And then we will get the AR-15. That also looks good. The Glock. Okay, there it is. And the grenade launcher was the last one. Looks pretty good. All right, cool. So those all look really good. I'll just switch to the marker because that'll be the main one we're doing. Okay, and for the text, we'll just type in 99 meters. And and make sure it's meters. I mean, you can say feet, but it won't be accurate anyway, because Unreal Engine uses the metric system. So anyways, we're gonna make sure that the text block, we'll call it distance, is a variable, because we're gonna edit that obviously. Okay, and just come down here. So yeah, we're gonna come down here to vertical, or sorry, just click on ping marker, come down here. I've already done it, but set your scale in the render transform to 0.5 and 0.5, just because this is really big on screen and it's just kind of obnoxious. So we want to make sure that it's obviously a usual size. Okay, so we'll hit compile. This is all done here. Now we're gonna we'll keep this open because we're gonna come back and edit it later, obviously. Okay, we're gonna make a new blueprint actor. I'll probably just leave it in the assets folder. So blueprint class type actor. We're gonna call it BP underscore ping actor. All right, so after we've created that actor, we actually need to do one other thing here. So we're gonna go to our variant shooter. We're going to make a new folder called interfaces. We are gonna make a new interface, blueprint interface. This is gonna control, or this is gonna allow us to send data over to the blueprint actor on what actor we've hit. Blueprint actor ping, we'll call it. Okay, let's open that up. We're gonna create 4 functions. One's called an actor ping, another function called default ping, another one called alert ping, and one more called cancel ping. Okay, the cancel ping has nothing in it, so that's all done. All of these other ones are exactly the same. Alert, we're gonna have a location, which is a vector. And one more time, location. Just gonna copy that because we're gonna do it again. In actor ping, obviously we need the location to tell us where to put the ping. Okay, the actor one needs one more, which is just an actor type here, so that we can tell the ping system what type of actor it is. So we'll have type in actor object reference. Okay, there it is. All right, let's compile. Let's close this guy, and then we're gonna open our actor now in our UI folder, our BP ping actor that we made. Okay, open the full blueprint editor, and then we're gonna go to class settings. We're gonna implement that interface, BPI ping. Okay, and now we have access to those events that we just made. Okay, let's add some scene components here. So first thing we'll add is a widget. Okay. And you can call this widget the ping marker. Compile. We need to add a sphere collision as well. But we don't want it to be a child of ping marker, so we'll just drag it out there. Perfect. Okay. So let's set these variables first. First, the sphere, this is going to be when we overlap it, it's going to automatically remove the ping from the world because we don't want to be dealing with that. So we'll just set the sphere radius at 100. Line thickness doesn't matter because it's hidden in game anyway. So let's hit compile on that. Ping marker. First of all, well, yeah, let's set it first. I think we got to rotate it after we actually set it here. So, okay, so here we're down on user interface. We're going to do screen, not world. That way it's always facing the player. It's a 2D image. It's always going to be facing the player if you set it to screen. Okay, widget class, we're going to set as our UI ping marker. The draw size, we're going to just draw a desired size and not worry about draw size. Okay, tick mode, let's do automatic because we are going to enable and disable tick when we're not using the ping to save on performance, okay? Okay, so the rotation, I know we have to do 180 degrees. I know we got to spin it around. And let's go back to let's go to the world here. So let's just move this over. Let's drag our ping actor and just put it right here. Move it a bit forward, and we're going to just simulate our game, and then you will see there's our ping actor. Okay, so that's what it's going to look like. That's super cool. Okay, so one thing I actually forgot to do in the actual UI of the ping marker, we're going to make it kind of appear with an animation. So let's go to animations. Let's create an animation. We'll call it fade. Let's click on fade, click on add all named widgets this. Okay, and we're going to add a render opacity and a transform track to this. Okay, let's go to 0.25 seconds. We're going to add keyframes at the end because this is what we want it to look like when we're done our animation. Okay, now at the beginning, the transform track, the translation on the Y, we're just going to have it go up like maybe here. And then render opacity is going to be 0. Okay, and then when it comes in, it's going to come in like this. All right, so that's nice and easy. Compile, nice easy animation, at least makes your game look immediately better, so that's nice. So, all right, so let's go to back to the ping actor, and let's do some stuff here. So let's start in the event graph, and let's make some variables. So we're gonna make a new variable called ping active. Okay, and the other ones we'll make while we work in the event graph here. So, okay, on event begin play, we need a reference to our ping marker, like this guy here, and we need a reference to our actor because we're going to be referencing those every frame. So we don't want to be doing that on event begin tick. We want to do that on event begin play, do it once, and then set those variables in here. Okay, so let's start with our player. We'll get player character, and then we will cast to our BP first person character. Okay. And right click, promote this to a variable, and then we'll just call it player. All right, and the reason we need to cast to our widget is because up here, this is a widget component. It's not our actual widget, okay? It's just a scene component. So we need to get essentially the parent class. So we'll get ping marker, and we will get widget. Okay. If you're doing an interface, this is enough to get what you need, but so this gets the widget used by this widget component, but we need to cast to it in order to get access to its variables. So we need to cast to ping BPI, pardon me, not BPI, ping UI ping marker, okay? Because if I try to get, because if I can get distance out of here, distance, oh, we did make that a variable, pardon me. Let's go back to our thing here, distance is a variable, compile. All right, now I can access out of here, distance, get distance, but I can't get it out of here because it doesn't know what exact widget we're talking about. By doing a cast, that is us checking the exact widget that we're talking about. So anyways, we'll right click, promote this to a variable, ping marker widget. Perfect. Okay, so those are done. Now we're gonna work with event tick. Okay, don't think event tick is super evil like some people say. Something like this, we're going to need event tick for, as long as you're kind of responsible with it and enable it and disable it when you don't need it. Okay, so first thing we're going to check is our ping active. Okay, so we'll get ping. We're going to right click. You can convert to branch in 5.6 and get this guy. Oh yeah, buddy. Now we can just skip that whole messy bit for a branch, which is super nice. All right, next, let's get our player character, and we're going to get our player character, and we're going to convert that to a validate get, because we're not going to run this. We don't have a player reference, because then we're just going to get a bunch of access none errors, and we don't want that. So, okay, but we were going to drag out of our player, and we're going to get distance to the other actor is going to be self. Okay, we're going to get the distance to our player from our ping actor. Okay. All right, so next we're going to drag out of here, and we're going to divide by 100 because Unreal pumps out like crazy decimal numbers. So this will convert it down to actual meters. Okay, because remember, Unreal Engine units are actually millimeters. So we want it to be meters. So we're going to divide it by 100. Yeah, so you'd think about multiplying it potentially, but it's all about moving the decimal place over, and that's how you get it into the right places with a divide node. All right, now we're going to get our ping marker widget, and we're going to get distance. Okay, and we are going to set text. Let's drag is valid into here, and then we're going to drag out of text, and we're going to get a format text. Okay, we're going to do the number. One of the it's the brackets that are above the enter key, not like right above the enter key, but like above and like one key to the left. We're going to do the weird squiggly ones, and then put the number sign, and then the other closing weird squiggly one, and then we're going to just type M for meters. Okay, and you'll notice when I'm done that, it's added a pin now because we did those brackets. And now we can plug some data into here, and it'll change dynamically, but keep the M for meters in here. Okay, we want to get rid of the decimal points because those are lame. Let's get a Trunicate node. This will convert our float and round it to the nearest whole number. Okay, so now we can plug that into number, and now we will get meters. All right, so that's done. We do need to make ping active true in order for this to work, or else this branch will just always go to false. So let's hit compile. Now let's test it out. We'll hit play. You can see now we move around. Our distance is updating. All right. So that's nice and handy. All right, so our distance is working. Our ping actor looks good. Let's do some more stuff so that it actually works. Okay, so we won't be able to see our results until a bit later because obviously we need to do a bunch of coding in here and then we need to do our controls. So, but yeah, it's good to know that it actually works. Okay, so let's start with our default ping. Let's implement that and we'll just implement our alert and our actor ping, and then we'll implement cancel, but cancel is going to come up here somewhere. Okay, so let's move these down and we're gonna click on our sphere and we're gonna right click the sphere and go add event on component begin overlap. And the component begin overlap and the cancel ping are gonna basically do the same thing. There's just one difference. All right, so first thing, let's set our ping active to false. Okay, I know there's a note in here somewhere that I'm missing. I actually forgot to make a note of it, but I'm good at Unreal, so I'll figure it out. But anyways, and then we're going to get set actor tick enabled and set actor collision enabled. Okay, we're gonna get both of those. Both of those are gonna be false on this. And then we need to get the ping marker widget. And we need to get the animation that we made, the fade. And we're gonna play animation, or sorry, play animation reverse. And the marker widget will need to be plugged into target, just like that. Okay, that will make our things slide out of screen, which is super nice. And that's it for that for now. Yeah, there's one thing here that's missing from my memory for my prep project. I just can't remember what it is, but it'll come to me here. Anyway, so for these ones down here, first thing obviously we need to do is set ping active. Okay, and we'll just duplicate this twice. Okay, make sure that's true, obviously. Okay, this one here, let's right click and promote actor to variable because it gets a little messy. All right. Oh, I remember what it was up here, derp. We need to make sure that it's the correct actor overlapping it. So we're going to get an equals node out of other actor, and we're going to plug our player in. We're going to confirm it's our player that we're overlapping with. We don't need that for canceled ping because if we are clicking the spot where we have a ping, we're going to obviously remove it from the screen. So, okay, so there we go. We're coming at a true, and then that's all there is for that bit. Okay, so back to down here. All right, first thing we need to do, we need to take this location and we need to actually set the location of the ping. So we're going to drag out of here and we'll get a set location for the, where is it? Add set actor location. Okay, set actor location. Okay, and we're going to teleport there. Okay, we're not going to do anything fun like moving really, really fast. We're just going to teleport there. Okay, let's duplicate that and we're just going to do that 3 more times. Let's move actor ping down because we have a little bit more coding to do with actor ping. Okay, and then we'll plug in. There we go. Alrighty, so that's all plugged in. Next, we gotta set our actor tick enable because so we can just duplicate this, set it to true, and then plug it in, and then we can duplicate it 2 more times. Duplicate, duplicate. And we're doing 3 different ones, obviously, just because we have different textures, which we're going to do next after we do the tick enabled. Okay, so that'll turn the tick on. That'll start running the event tick and start updating the distance. This turns it off and disables tick, so we don't have to worry about performance. There's only one of these going to be in the world. There's not going to be multiple of them, which is really nice. So if you want multiple of them, I would create an object pool, which I just made a video for projectile systems. So it'd be the same idea. Where you can make a pool of like, I don't know, 5 different pings and you can have 1 ping of each type or something like that. This going here, we're gonna set our brush now. So we're gonna grab our ping actor, sorry, ping marker widget, pardon me. And we're gonna get marker fet. Get marker image. Okay, and let's set brush from texture. Plug that in, okay. This one is, let's just copy or duplicate these and put it down here. And then we can move these out of the way. And then once again, we'll duplicate it. And we're actually going to duplicate this more. We'll just leave that over there and deal with it after. Okay, we'll plug these in. So this is the default ping. So we're going to, for the texture, we're going to just do the regular old marker. Okay, we're going to check match size as well. Okay, and this one is going to be the alert. Okay, and we're gonna match size. Okay, and following that, we are gonna grab our ping marker widget again, just to keep it nice and neat. And we are going to get the fade and play animation forward. Okay, and then it'll make our thing appear really nicely. You know what, actually we can share these. plug that into there, and then we'll do this, and then we'll move these out of the way, and then we'll plug this into here. Perfect. Yeah, we can share these because they're both doing the same thing. This is the only thing that needs to be separated. Okay, so that's that. These two are done. Now we're going to work on the actor ping. So first we need to get our actor. Get actor, and we need to put in has tag. Okay, we're going to use the tag system. You can use the gameplay tag system as well, which would be kind of cleaner and actually would clean this up a little bit, but we're just going to use the regular tag system. If you wanted to use the gameplay tag system, you would have to add a gameplay container as a variable to whatever you want to have a tag in it, right? So that's how you're going to do that. So the tags we want: enemy, holy crap, fat fingers, enemy, weapon, and one more, object. And sorry, we're gonna switch weapon around because we got a little bit more blueprinting to do than with these other two. So we'll plug actor into all these. So does the actor that we hit with our ping, does it have any of these tags? Which it should at least have any of these tags. Okay, so let's get a branch and another branch and another branch. Okay, plug those in just like that. Okay, we're gonna get the play animation forward here as well because we're gonna need that down here. We're gonna plug into all those all at once. Let's just keep this as neat as possible. This first one, this is gonna be if you are an enemy. So we're gonna do the skull, match size, and do this set brush from texture. This one's going to be object, so this will be the quest marker that I gave you guys. There we go. Match size. Okay, this one's a bit more interesting. So we're going to pause here for 2 seconds because we need to go into our variant shooter, and we need to go into the blueprints, and we need to go into pickups. In pickups, there is a structure and a data table weapon list that came with a template. So if you open up this structure, you can see that it's a static mesh and a spawn actor. This is referencing, this BP pickup is referencing this data table, and it needs to know what gun to pick up. Okay, so we're gonna kind of piggyback off of that, and we're gonna add another variable inside of this structure, add variable, and we're gonna call it weapon image. And that's going to be a texture 2D object reference. We'll hit save, and then we're going to close this structure, and we're going to open the data table. And you can see here's the grenade launcher, the pistol, the rifle that are already in the engine from this template. And now you can see that it's added our weapon image. So now we can do the grenade launcher, and we can select our grenade launcher image that I gave you guys and put it in there. And same thing with the pistol, which is the Glock. I don't know if that's actually what a Glock looks like, by the way. No idea. Just, you know, Canadian, no gun license up here. All right, so rifle will be the AR-15. Yeah, if you didn't know that in America, you need an actual license up here. I don't know if you need that. I heard you can just walk in and buy whatever you want down there. Yikes. Anyways, so data table weapon list, we're gonna get rid of that now. So now we're gonna need to access that data table, and we need to do that with a cast. Okay, so a lot of misconceptions around casts. It's not specifically for getting references to stuff like we've done up here. It can be used for that. But what a cast is actually supposed to be for is for us to verify if this actor is a part of a specific class or not. So the actor, it could be literally anything in our level. An actor is the parent class of absolutely everything in your level that can be spawned in, right? So everything inherits from the actor. So this could literally be anything. So that's why we're going to cast to BP_pickup. Isn't that what it's called? That is super. Do I have to kick a pile and then now I can do it? I'm absolutely shocked that that doesn't show up. That does not make any freaking sense whatsoever. I'm gonna open this up. Yeah, like all of this. This is what I need is the data table role stuff, which is in here. And maybe now that I opened it, I can reference it. That is dumb, everybody. That is dumb that I had to open it in order to cast to it. That is dumb. So, okay, that's what you got to do. Open up the BP pickup inside the pickups here. And now you can cast to BP pickup not the class, just the regular pickup. All right, there we go. Make that make sense. I'm sure someone will make it make sense in the comments down below, like usual. So anyways, we got the cast node now. Now we can access the data table. So we need to get the weapon type, I think is what it calls. Yeah, there's the struct weapon type. We're going to split this struct pin. We're going to drag it out of row name, and we're going to get row, data table row, or at the bottom here, get data table row. And we're going to plug the cast into here, and the data table is going to be the DT weapon list, because that's the one that's in here. And we're going to split the struct pin here. There's our weapon image. So now anytime we pick up a weapon, it's going to come down here. It's going to confirm, hey, is this a part of this class? This random actor that could be literally anything. Is it part of this class? Yes, it is. Great. Now we're going to come out of here. We're going to reference the data table, and then we're going to set whatever image that particular object that we're pinging is. Okay, so we're going to set the brush by texture. Just duplicate this, move it over here now. Row found. Okay, yeah, come out of row found, because if we don't find a row, we don't want this to do anything. So we're going to plug in our weapon image right there and match our size. Okay. All right, this is going to be played by all three. So how to do this the neatest way possible? I guess we'll plug this in, and then I will add a little pinny pin there, and I'll just plug in here and plug in here. Boom. Okay, and we're going to play our animation, and it's going to make it appear in the world, and it's going to be great. All right. Cool. So let's hit compile. Let's set these guys in all of the things. So we already have BP pickup open, which is going to be our weapons. So we're going to go to our class defaults, just search for tag, because I actually don't know where it is. Oh, it's an actor. Okay. And then we're going to add a new one. We're going to add one called can ping for starters, because we're going to add a check-in later when we are doing our line trace if the object is pingable or not. So can ping, and then weapon. Okay, make sure these are the exact same spelling and case sensitive as these, or else it's not going to work. Okay, so that's the pickup. So we're going to be doing all the tags in the parent classes for all of your stuff. So the pickup is going to be, there's 3 or 4 or 5 or whatever in the world that we're going to be going to. Other ones we got to do is the, where is it? It's in the variant shooter blueprints first person. Nope, but we need to do the we need to go into AI and do the BP first FP shooter AI. And we need to make that person pingable. Class defaults, tags, actor tags, can ping, and this one is an enemy. Okay, and the last one we're trying to find here, I think it's in level pro. Yeah, it is level prototyping, interactables target, and the BP wobble target. Okay, we're gonna make that the object that we're going to tag just for demonstration purposes, but you can add it to whatever objects you have in your game. Okay, this will be can ping and object. Okay, let's compile. All right, so that's done. Okay, finally, to get this to actually work, we need to create a control for it. So let's close ping actor for now. Let's go into our, yes, we're gonna open our first person controller. So you can see that on the event begin play, we're adding it to our mapping context IMC default. Okay, so there's a couple in this project, so just make sure you're doing the right one. If you go to input right here under the first person, this is the one that we need to put our controls in, or else it's not going to work. Let's go to actions and let's make 2 controls. Right click input, input action, IA underscore ping. And let's duplicate that and we'll call this IA underscore ping alert. Okay, because we're going to be doing a double tap to make the action appear. Okay, so, or the alert appear. Okay, let's go back and let's go into this IMC now. Okay, here's all our mappings. We are going to add a mapping. We're going to add the ping, and then we're going to add another one, which is the ping alert. Okay, both of these are going to be the same controls, but they're going to operate differently, and I'll show you guys. This is actually the kind of the beauty of the input action system versus the old one, which is where you did it in project settings. Okay, so ping, I'm gonna do middle mouse button for my ping, and ping alert, same thing, middle mouse button. Okay, so the ping we're gonna just not do anything with. We're gonna leave that alone. The ping alert, we're gonna go down to triggers. We're gonna push the plus, and we're gonna select repeated tap, and this is where you can use a double tap effect. Okay, and you can see it says fires the triggered event upon a repeated tap of a key. Okay, We're going to drop this arrow down to get some, where is it? This one here, to get some more options. Repeat delay. So this is how many seconds between clicks that you want to have the double tap be valid. Okay, so right now it's at 0.5. That's quite a lot. So I think, what did I have it at? 0.25 is what I had it at. That was pretty good. Like anybody playing a game on PC generally has a really good double click response time. So yeah, you want to give it enough time where it's going to give them a little bit of leeway if they miss that first click, but you don't want to give it too much like I had before. Okay, so let's hit save. That's done. Let's go into our first person controller here. Okay, so in our player controller, we are going to get both of those controls that we made, IA_ping and IA_ping alert. So we do need to make some variables in the controller here, but we're going to do that as we go. Actually, one we need to make right away is called double ping. We're just double pint. Whew! Them Irish are licking them lips. Double ping, or guys in my hockey team are licking their lips anyway. Okay, so we're going to get double ping. Sorry, we're not going to get it. We're going to set it. We're going to set double ping twice here. Okay, so out of triggered, we're going to do double ping and we're going to set that to true. Out of canceled and completed, we're going to set it to false. Okay, this is just going to tell all the logic that we're going to do here that this was a double tap and it should be a ping alert, and then it's going to send the correct icon out there. Okay, triggered is only going to fire if you do that double tap within the amount of seconds that we just set previously. Okay, so this won't fire all the time. Okay, and then for, we'll just skinny this up. And then for this one, we're going to come out of started, but we're going to come out of started and we'll get a line trace by channel. Okay. Visibility, I had it on camera before, but I might leave it on visibility instead. That might actually help us out. Okay, anyways, out of triggered, we're going to come and plug into there. Let's move this up from here so we have a bit more room, because we got to do our usual line trace shenanigans. Which we're going to get the camera manager. Get player camera manager. And we're going to get actor eyes viewport. And then from rotation, I'm doing this kind of quick because I've done this lots of times on my channel here. We're going to get the forward vector for forward vector. Okay, we're going to multiply that. And then we're going to add. And we'll just stick this on the bottom, and then we're going to add to the location, the starting location of our camera, and then plug that in, and then we'll plug this into start. Okay, this will convert, right click, go to float single position, and we're just going to go to 5,000. Okay, so we'll be able to ping 5,000 Unreal Engine units, which is 50 meters, which is pretty generous. If you want more, put more. Okay, so we got our line trace set up now. Okay, we're going to right click and do a promote this to a variable, this out hit, just because it will get messy otherwise. Okay, and then we're going to drag it here and get a branch like usual. This is our blocking hit, so if we hit something, then it's going to return true, and if we don't hit something, it's going to return false and not do anything. Super handy. Okay, we're going to leave a little bit of space because we got to come back and add some things here, but we need to spawn actor from class, and that is going to be our ping actor. Okay, a BP ping actor. The spawn transform, we have to give it a transform or we get an error, so we're just going to make a transform, and we're just going to leave it at 0, 0. So we're just spawning it at the world origin, and then once we run the code further down the line, we're going to tell it where to go, right? So, okay, so return value, we're going to right click, promote this to a variable, and we'll call it ping actor. Okay, we need to get ping actor, right click, convert to validate get, and we're going to drag is not valid into here, and then if it's not valid in the world, that means it doesn't exist yet. If it is valid, that means it does. And we're just going to reuse the same ping actor and not use the same one. So this is an optimization thing. You don't want to spawn a new ping actor every single time. Okay, and then here at the beginning of this is where we're going to call the event for canceling our ping if we already have one up and we're aiming at the same general spot. Okay, so we're going to get our ping actor. And we're going to double check that we're going to break this for this out hit here. Okay, and we want the hit actor, and we're going to get an equals node. Then we're going to skinny this up so it's nice and neat. Okay, and does this hit actor equal our ping actor? So does it equal the actual thing we're trying to spawn in? Okay, we're going to get a branch out of this. If it does, we are going to get our ping actor once again, and we're going to call that interface cancel ping. Oh, sorry, we want the cancel ping message. Pardon me. Cancel ping message. All right, and then if it's not our ping actor, we're going to just run this. Okay, so that'll cancel our ping if we are looking at it. We are going to get our out hit again, and we're going to break it. And the reason I keep breaking it instead of just splitting it, because obviously if you split it, it's going to give you all of these options, and then you don't have the option to like skinny it up when you're done. So that's really annoying. Anyways, the hit actor, we're going to see has tag. The tag we want is can ping. Okay, can this actor be pinged? Okay, we're going to drag out of here, get a branch. Okay, so out of true, we're going to get another branch. And the condition for this one is it a double ping? Are we double pinging and wanting to put an alert up? Okay. All right, now we're going to get our ping actor up here and the out hit up down here, I guess. And we're going to do some things. We'll break this again. Okay. So let's skinny this up so it looks nicer. Okay, so if it is a double ping, that means it's an alert. So we're going to drag out of our ping actor. We're going to get the alert ping message. Okay, let's drop this down. Let's get location out of here. So we're going to drag that and plug that in. Okay, I'll move this back a little bit. Just try to keep this neat. This is going to get a little messy, which is annoying, but it is what it is. Okay, sorry, I did something wrong here. So this actually should be false. Can ping false. So the way this works, we did not set can ping in like all the static meshes in the world. So like all of these like squares and stuff. So can ping is not in those. So if we set a marker there, that means that we can't ping it technically. Right. So we're going to come out of false, and then we're going to check if it's a double ping. If it is a double ping, then we're going to put the alert pin. And if it isn't a double ping, we're going to just do the default ping message. So it's just going to send the regular old ping marker there. Okay. So if it does have can ping, that means it's a special actor that can be pinged, right? So that's how that's working. Sorry if that wasn't clear before. Okay, so we'll put that. And then if it can be pinged, we're gonna get our ping actor and our out hit again, just to keep it neat. Break. Ping actor will be actor ping message. Okay, and then we are gonna plug in our hit actor, and we're gonna plug in our location. Just like that, and then this is going to come out of true and plug in right there. All right, that should work. We're going to hit compile. Let's just test it out in this arena first. So we're going to hit play, and oh, sorry, let's delete that actor here, the ping actor we have. Okay, we'll hit play, we'll hit this, and you can see that it's dropping there, but not working again. Let's see what's going on here. Look at that, is valid. It should go into here. There we go. Now that should work. Hit play. There's our ma. There we go. Okay, so now our ping system is working, and if we double tap, it puts the alert. Okay. Let's save for starters, and then let's open up. We'll go into the variant shooter folder, and then open the level arena shooter, and it'll ask us to save everything, which obviously we want to do. Okay, and then now we're in the arena shooter, and we're gonna hit play. And now we got, you're going to spawn, there's like 3 different spawn points in here, so you'll spawn differently. But anyways, we got the enemy here. So we can try to click the enemy. It's not working. Let's see. Put it with the weapon. You know what it might be? It might be the visibility thing. So let's maybe change this to camera like I had it in my prep project. So let's change the line trace to camera. Play. And there's a guy. Interesting. So, oh yeah, I remember now. So let's go to our ping actor. I'm assuming it's some sort of setting in here that I didn't reset. Oh, I see. So we set the actor collision enabled to false, but we didn't set it back to true here. So I see that that's the issue there. So set actor collision enabled, and we'll do that to true. Collision enabled. It was working with visibility, obviously, but camera's the one we need. So compile. Let's check it now. Let's see, make sure it works. Okay, it worked for a second, and then it stopped working again. So let's check that out again. Debugging, normal part of game development. Okay, I see what's happening here. So if you watch closely, what's happening here. So I'm gonna hit ping. The default ping and the on component begin overlap sphere is firing at the exact same time, meaning that it's adding it to the world and then it's immediately removing it. So that means that our line trace camera is actually hitting something, which is our player. So why don't we go into, this didn't happen in my prep project, which is hilarious. But anyways, we are going to go to ping actor, or sorry, in our player controller. We're going to check, see, I told you, oh, I know why it didn't work in my prep project, because I put this in my player. So anyways, actors to ignore, we're going to drag out of here. We're going to make array, and we're going to get player character. Okay, so we're going to get the player character. We're going to plug that into the array, and then we're going to hit compile, and then we're going to test it out. Now we should get some stuff. Okay, there we go. Okay, now it's working. There we go. Now it's working. Okay, cool. It's working there. Checking all the weapons. Checking the pistol. Checking the objects. Okay, and then does it cancel ping work as well? Yes, it does. So, and if you guys don't like the position of the ping, like I kind of don't, to be honest, let's just, while we're simulating, just, I hit Alt-Tab just to get my mouse back. We can come up into our ping actor and go to the viewport, and we can physically move this up. I want to move the ping marker. Let's move it up 50 points there. And now let's hit simulate. And can we move this up? We can. Okay, so we can move this up live in the game, I think. That's pretty good. Let's see what it looks like for the rest of the stuff. It's good. That's good. That's good. All right, cool. I love it. It looks good. I hope you guys really like this ping system. All right, guys, there you have it. Hopefully a ping system worthy of a like on this video. If you guys really enjoyed it, definitely like it. And subscribe to the channel if you want to join a community of awesome game devs. Special thanks to my coffee members. Without them, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing. So if you want to help support what I do and get a bunch of awesome perks, then consider becoming a coffee member today. You get access to the project files for this video, more free assets. If you want to continue to improve yourself as a game dev, I made a video about 10 game design pillars. Check that out, and you guys will learn all of the design things that you need to implement into your game in order to keep retention in your game. Ultimately, I made another one down here, which is 10 game mistakes that you're probably making in Unreal Engine 5. So check those out. And as always, keep learning till you game over. Peace.